What's up, gringos? Today I just want to talk about the idea that sometimes you just need to lose in life. And, it sounds like, oh, wow, I don't want to lose. I hate losing. I hate losing. But time and time again, I'm realizing the importance of losing, failures, problems, because when you win, when you keep succeeding, this and that, you start getting clogged. Like in your brain, you just start getting like all these happy dopamine, endorphins, everything, right? When you keep on winning, you're not able to think clearly, and it causes you to like make these little small menial mistakes that doesn't take you off the pathway yet. It just happens slowly by slowly. You're coming down on a trajectory instead of going on. Instead of constantly going on the upward trajectory, you slowly start coming down because your mind is clogged, thinking that you start feeling like you're on top of the world. You feel like everything that you do just works. It's just gonna work out or something. But that's not how life is. You need to be putting in your inputs. The fact that you got to that point means that you did a certain amount of inputs, right? On a daily basis, you did the hard things, you did the correct things, you thought things through, and then you did them. And I in real life, as I've like seen it, every single time that I'm like winning, slowly you start coming down, right? Whatever comes up has to come down, and if you want to stay on the upward trajectory, you need to reevaluate, see what is it you were originally doing, and then continue to do that if you want to continue the upward success. But you can only really reevaluate once you take the losses, when you see the problems, when you see the failures, because problems, failures, loss, they don't just happen immediately, right? They slowly break down over time. And so in real life, recently, right, I was versus my cousin in FIFA, and I had lost a game to him, and I never lose to him. And the very next game, I beat him 5-2. And I say this as an example because I used to play a lot of video games before, and as I slowly stopped, I've realized, how much worse I've gotten, right? But it's not something I care about to play video games anymore, but it's like, I still had that competitive edge in me, and this is a video game, it could be a sport, it could be business, or it's whatever, right? It's like, when you want to continue winning, you need to continue doing the things that you were doing. When I used to play back in the day and I would beat him nonstop, 8-9 goal difference, right? I used to play every single day. I used to play against other people on a competitive level. I used to practice. I used to watch videos. I used to learn. I used to reevaluate my own game. I would record it. I would watch it back. I did so much stuff that allowed me to be at the level that I was in. And that was just one thing, right? Recently, yesterday, I lost a game of bocce. It's this like little sport Italian game, right? And it's about accuracy and precision by like hitting balls. If you want to watch a video, you can watch a video on it, but nonetheless, it's not important. It's just the entity I'm talking about. It made me, I only ever played twice, and we came up against two good opponents, and we lost, right? And it annoyed me the whole day. It ruined my workout. It ruined the rest of my day. And I just hate the feeling of losing. Nobody likes losing, but it's like when you're extremely competitive, it doesn't matter what entity it is, you want to win, right? And this was a tournament too, like a work tournament. And so when I lost, it bothered me. And I know for the fact, if I just played a lot more, if I practiced, these guys had played 100, 200, 300 games. I've only played 2. So obviously I was already in a lack of experience. The best thing I could have did was practice, get experience, learn some tactics, this and that, right? But I didn't. And so it made me lose. And if you want to avoid losing, and you want to avoid being in a bad mood, you want to avoid not having to go through that internal turmoil, you just need to make sure you have the right habits for whatever competitive landscape it is, and just apply it. That's another thing that I did wrong. For me and my partner, when I'm typically in a new entity, new sport, or normally I work by myself, and I like working by myself because then I can take full accountability. If I won or if I lost, I know it's on me. But when I'm with someone else, especially when the game itself is new, I try to put like a little bit of trust, 50-50, right? And that's not what I should have did. In previous times, every time I've worked with other people, the best outcomes and best results came when I took charge, I led. I feel like I'm more of a tactician or strategist, right? So I can lay out beautiful, beautiful plans, things that will work out. For some reason, my gut always tells me the right thing to do. And every time I do it, it works. But sometimes because, I'm with a partner, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't listen to my gut. Maybe I should listen to them. Maybe I should do something else, right? It's like, it's always listen to yourself, listen to your gut. If you've been right time and time again, and if you're competitive and you keep winning, you have something in you. There's like a you have an inner dialogue, you have an inner ability to make things happen, to make wins happen, right? And in the game, we were this close to winning. I had set the last thing up perfectly, but we lost by an inch because my partner couldn't throw. Like, just about, but again, it doesn't matter. We both lost. We're out the tournament, right? So it doesn't matter if you win or lost. If you slightly won or you slightly lost, you lost. So you could have been better. And even if I won right here, I probably would have lost the next game because we just weren't good enough. You need to be good enough. You need to have a competitive edge. You need to constantly practice, have the most experience on your side. And yeah, so like so that's another thing. Just understand how you play the game. It doesn't matter what game it is. It could be a video game, a sport, business, fitness. It's like, for me, I know I need experience on my side. I love working at something. Like, if I enjoy something and I want to win, I'll work at it as much as it takes, right? I'll review my footage. I'll see what other people that are successful are doing. I'll emulate them. I'll play consistently by myself with other people on a competitive level. I'll do everything I need to do just to constantly get myself like warmed up, essentially, but like warmed up over a long course, right? And obviously I always try to warm up even before the games, right? Or whatever I'm gonna play, right? Even when I used to play video games before, when I used to play with 2 other people, they weren't as good as me, but I was so good because I used to practice so much. I was able to constantly carry and take them. Like, we would win tournaments multiple, and it was like the difference in like our performance was vast. Like, I carried them consistent, and they knew this too, and that's why they kept letting me lead. Because if you take a lead, you also need to win, and if you win, they'll put trust in you. And on top of that, for you to properly lead, you need to be confident in yourself. For you to be confident, you need to know that you're competent and that your strategies and the way that you play work. And now sometimes your strategies won't work, right? I was trying to be a tactician. I was trying to be a strategist. He wasn't taking the advice I was giving. And honestly, I feel like I need a marksman on my team, right? I need someone who's just able to get the shots in, right? Like, they think of nothing besides just, oh, I just have to do this one thing. Like, when I used to play basketball, I used to have the most beautiful routes, the beautiful pass plays. I used to dribble everywhere, do all, like, I used to think of all different ways to like psychologically get ahead of them, always try to take advantage, point difference, this and that, right? But I just needed someone on my team who can just, all they have to do is shoot. Whether it's a layup, a 3-pointer, I just needed them to make the shot. And if I didn't have that, I would lose. And so, understand how you play. Really, really lean into it. Don't ever go away from the type of the way that you play. Like, I stopped talking shit. I used to talk shit all the time. Every single game that I've ever played, I talk so much shit if I'm like in communication with the other team. And until very recently, when I stopped doing it, because I was like, I don't like talking shit, this and that. It's like, when you're playing a game, talking shit, you need to, because it's not just like, oh, you're a dickhead or whatever. It's like, when you talk shit, you psychologically hack the other person. They become less and less confident. When they're less confident, they're less competent. When they're less competent, they play worse. And I've realized this time and time again. The times that I don't talk shit, I actually tend to lose more. And it's not because I'm playing that much worse. It's because the other players are just playing just that much better that I could have negated, right? I could have made them play just a little bit worse, which would have gave us the edge. You want to get yourself the edge in every single way possible. That's why cheaters cheat, because if you're not first, you're last, right? They want to give themselves any slight edge. If they have to, like, I'm not saying to cheat or whatever, but it's like, if you really want to win that badly, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And if it's not crazy cheating, like, would you consider me talking shit cheating? I don't know. Some people would. Like, sometimes when people throw basketballs, I'll like make a loud sound so they get like distracted. Their hands start swiveling or whatever. They can't shoot as properly, and it works. It definitely works. So if you want to say cheating is cheating, but I'm giving myself any slight edge. So like I said, really study how you play. Practice on your side. Whatever role that you believe you play in any game, really lean into it. And in the end, you're going to win. Not just in life, but in every game that you play, every competitive landscape. We're going to win in that.